Good afternoon. It's November 12th, 2025, 3 o'clock p.m. And I hereby call to order the meeting of the Story County Board of Supervisors, serving as the ex officio Board of Canvassers for the city school election held on November 4th, 2025. Auditor Lucy Martin is here, and I assume you have some comments for us?
I have a whole page of comments if you'll.
Wonderful. Let's hear them.
So, first of all, just a thank you to my staff and the election technicians and our temporary workers that processed our absentee voters here. Our league members that helped us with satellite voting, and of course, the poll workers who work a very long day on election day to get all this done. It's a real group effort. You are also part of the group effort as the Board of Canvassers. So this is the first tier for this election because we have many entities that are in multiple counties. We will canvass the rest of this election next Tuesday at 9 a.m. So today we are canvassing or certifying the results for all of the cities and schools that are contained wholly within Story County. And we're also certifying our overall turnout results as well. So we had 12 provisional ballots cast in this election. 2 of those were accepted by the absentee board and were counted. So I would say probably this election, people are, I don't know, I can't speak for them, but there would seem to be less interest in curing those ballots. Maybe they didn't think these were as important races, or there were very few that were like super close. So maybe I didn't see the sort of intensity of curing that I saw last November in a presidential election. But you also see far fewer numbers of provisionals. I have joining me Kevin Norris. This is his final election in Story County. Very sad. But it's also Victoria Scalency's first election as deputy auditor, so she's also here with us. So it's a happy and sad occasion.
Good to see both of you.
Yeah. So we had an almost 16% turnout countywide. I guess 15. That's about as close as I've ever gotten in an election. So that is pretty much right in between a high water mark that we saw in 2021, which was 21%, and a low mark in 2 years ago, which was 10.5%. So we're pretty much right in between. I provided some comparison data for you to see what it looked like for our voters that come here to vote. Our foot traffic was up. We had our greatest number of those 3 elections. We averaged 49 voters a day during the 14 days we had available for voting. We had very high interest in this election cycle for both City of Nevada and Nevada School District. So 35% of our total absentees were from City of Nevada voters, and they actually comprised 40% of our walk-in traffic. So, you know, we are sort of nice and available for them, and it showed. And Nevada School District was our busiest school district with about 29% turnout. So City of Nevada had a third of their voters turned out, 33.34%, almost exactly. Our highest turnout was which we're not canvassing City of Slater today because it's also in Boone County, but they had almost 52% turnout. So that was our high water mark. Our quietest area was Norseman territory, so Roland Story School Districts, Story City, and Roland. Those all had below average turnout. And other places where we were kind of below were cities of Huxley, Story City, Colo, Ames, and Roland. So we are declaring 3 write-in winners today, 2 in the city of Collins and 1 in the city of McCallsburg. That's pretty common in a city school election, especially for the smaller cities. All public measures that we're canvassing today did numbers, did well above the thresholds they had to meet, and that's Nevada School District's physical plant and equipment levy, City of Ames new fire station, and City of Story City change in their library board makeup. So which that last one got like 92% yes votes. So people like libraries, they like fire stations, they like to improve their schools. So it kind of is reflected in those results. Our post-election audit will be held this Friday at 9 a.m. We're hand counting Washington Township, I think a total of 10 or 11 ballots. So it should be pretty small, but if you want to come check that out, please do. And then something new this election, which you probably know about as elected officials, is anyone newly elected by either a city or school will have to go to mandatory open meetings, open records training, which is provided by IPIB and some other entities. So I'm making sure that's included in our Canvas materials. So since this is Kevin's last election, I don't know if he had any comments to make. Turn on your mic. But I don't know if you had any questions for us. Well, we'll wait for that.
I just wanted to say thank you for all the help and patience you've shared with me along the way. It's been a pleasure serving this board, this auditor, and the citizens of Story County. So thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you, Kevin.
yeah. We're having Kevin's open house on December 12th in this room starting at 1 p.m. So save that date. Bring your appetites.
Okay. And I want to thank you as well, Kevin. I've known you through several elections now, and it's always been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
Any question I ever had was, I think, answered before I even finished asking it.
That sounds like Kevin.
Any other questions or comments? If not, I would entertain a motion on resolution number 26-32.
I would move approval of resolution 26-32.
And I second. If there's no further discussion, Basil?
Aye.
Merkin, aye. Resolution is carried.
I would move to declare the canvass complete and to certify the results of the election to the appropriate jurisdictions.
And I second. Basil?
Aye.
Merkin, aye. It's carried.
I move we adjourn.
And I second that. Basil?
Aye.
Merkin, aye. We are adjourned.
Thank you,
Thank you.
board.
Thank you very much.